Huge number of people are driving and flying for Thanksgiving.
AAA estimating that 49 million Americans will travel 50 miles or more from home. That's the largest number since 2007.
WSLS 10's Aaron Brookshire is live from the Roanoke-Blacksburg Regional Airport this morning. Now, the first flight leaves at 5:55. How are things looking right now?
Good morning, guys. Yeah, things are starting to pick up a little bit. We're seeing more and more passengers coming into the airports. You can see the lines behind me. Still not too long this morning, though, so definitely good news if you are heading out here to catch a flight later this morning. Now, joining us to talk a little bit about what we can expect is Brad with the Roanoke-Blacksburg Regional Airport. So you said a lot of travelers have kind of scattered when they're taking off out of town, right? So we're not expecting huge delays today.
Yeah, no, our traffic patterns are a little bit different because all the colleges and universities that we have in the region. So for us, our busy travel days, last Thursday was our biggest one. It was about double our normal traffic. Friday and Saturday were also busy. So today, what is typically the busiest day of the holiday season for Thanksgiving is going to be a pretty normal day here.
And so now Sunday, though, when people are flying back in, that's something to think about, right?
Yeah, our next real big heavy traffic day is going to be on Sunday. So, you know, that's the next one. But most of that is going to be traffic that's kind of coming in. So we're expecting things to be pretty normal. The weather looks to be good this weekend. So we're very hopeful for this Thanksgiving travel season.
Yeah, definitely some good news there. So if people are heading to the airport today over the next few days to take a flight, what do they need to think about?
Well, I think, you know, when you're packing your bag, just make sure your bag is empty before you start packing it. So there's nothing contraband as far as TSA to hold you up at the checkpoint. You know, give yourself a little bit of extra time. Like I said, our loads aren't bad here, so we're, you know, as far as people traveling out of Roanoke, should be pretty smooth and easy. But, you know, give yourself, if you're traveling domestically, a good 90 minutes before your flight, especially out of here, 2 hours for domestic. But just pack a little bit of extra patience. You know, things are going to be busy. Like I said, it's the busiest travel period of the year, and so we're just looking to make it as easy as possible on people.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And we'll be out here throughout the morning, continuing to bring you updates here from the airport. We're also going to be bringing you updates from the roadways as well, where we're expecting a big increase of traffic. We saw that ourselves as we were heading over here to the airport. Definitely more cars out on the road this morning than you would typically see at around 5 a.m. Jen and Patrick.
And Aaron, I saw the big board behind you there that has all the flights on. Does it look like everything so far at least is on time?
Yeah, absolutely. The nice weather definitely having a good impact here, so it looks like things are on time for the most part. But as Brad mentioned, even if your flight is on time, you'll still want to arrive a little bit early because you have to find a parking spot, you have to go through TSA, so it does take a little bit of time to do all of those things, even if the lines are moving smoothly.
Bring your patients to the airport with you as well.
All good advice. Thanks, Aaron.
7 of the holiday season is underway, and over the next few days, millions of people, they're going to fly by or travel by plane, car, and train to visit their loved ones.
AAA expecting this to be the busiest Thanksgiving travel season since 2007. So whether you're heading out this morning or later today, we've got you covered on what you can expect.
WSLS 10's Aaron Brookshire joining us live from the Roanoke-Blacksburg Regional Airport. So Aaron, just what can folks expect if they have plans to fly later today?
Good morning, guys. Yeah, good news here at the Roanoke-Blacksburg Regional Airport. We haven't seen much in the way of long lines. We've been seeing travelers coming through, but they're getting in and out of these lines pretty quickly. We've spoken with a few people who are saying how fortunate they feel to be able to fly out of here, not have those long wait times. Now, joining us from the Roanoke-Blacksburg Regional Airport right now is Brad to talk about what should people expect if they are coming here today to have a flight ahead of Thanksgiving.
Good morning, Aaron. So, you know, our travel day here, because our travel pattern tends to be heavier earlier in the holiday peak period because of our college students. As far as traveling today, just get here about 90 minutes beforehand for a domestic flight, a couple hours for an international flight. But our lines are moving smoothly. Today is going to be kind of a normal traffic day for us. The rest of the country is going to experience things quite a bit heavier. Yeah, just get out here a little bit early, give yourself a little bit of extra time, and pack just a little bit of extra patience.
And so you guys have made some changes over the past few weeks, months that have led to an overall increase in travelers, right?
Yeah, we've seen a nice uptick in passenger traffic here. You know, I think the biggest thing was about 7 weeks ago, Delta changed our fare structure. So when I arrived here about a year ago, that was one of the big issues, was that Roanoke was an expensive airport to fly out of. And so working with the carriers, we've gotten some of those fares, actually most of the fares, down nicely. Operational reliability was also an issue. We've worked with our carriers to improve that, and we've seen really nice performance from most of our carriers on that as well. So between the operational reliability and lower fares, it's a great airport to fly out of.
And so now this is something that we've been talking about back at the station with Thanksgiving. A lot of people thinking about bringing food either to their destination or leftovers back home. What do people need to know about what they can bring on the plane versus what they need to check?
Great question. So as far as what you can bring on the plane, the liquids and the gel, if you're bringing something congealed back, those rules still apply. So no more than any container with 3.4 ounces on it. Double check TSA.gov just to cover all your bases. But yeah, I guess the big thing is that understand that the aircraft is pressurized. So those contents that you pack in your bag are going to be under pressure. It's also a very dry environment. So if you're going to bring food back, I would definitely encourage either using a secure container and tape it shut, or double bag anything so you don't have any mishaps.
Definitely some good advice there. Thank you so much. So Jen and Patrick, you hear that? If you are bringing back your gallon of gravy after Thanksgiving, something you're going to need to check instead of carry on because of those liquid rules. And as he mentioned, you can find all of those on the TSA website. If you are heading out to Roanoke this morning, make sure you are giving yourself a little bit of extra time to fly out just so you can get through TSA, find parking, all of that. But things right now, for the most part, still moving smoothly. Live in Roanoke, I'm Erin Brookshire, WSLS 10.
A gallon of gravy.
And double bag. It is such great advice. It will save you a lot of headache.
Oh my gosh. Can you, well, hey,
If
it all
you've ever-
goes in the same place, right? So if the turkey and cranberry stuffing and gravy all mixes together in your suitcase, you can just eat it right out of there.
It's good advice for your shampoo, too. If you've ever had that leak all over your clothes and have to do laundry on vacation, not fun.
A huge number of people are driving and flying for Thanksgiving.
AAA estimating that 49 million Americans will travel 50 miles or more from home. That's the busiest Thanksgiving since 2007.
WSLS 10's Erin Brookshire has been busy all morning. She is now monitoring traffic along Interstate 581 after being at the airport. Traffic is picking up already, Erin.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, it's definitely picking up out here. We're not only seeing travelers hitting the roads early, but we're also seeing people heading into work for the last day before Thanksgiving. You can see behind me what things have been picking up steadily on 581. I-81 was busy as well this morning, and it will continue to be busy throughout the weekend. Now, experts say an improving economy and lower gas prices are two major factors in the increased number of people hitting the roads this Thanksgiving weekend. Now, gas prices here in the Commonwealth have been hovering below $2 a gallon, which has many people fueling up and hitting the roads. VDOT has released its travel trend report, and we're seeing the potential for slowdowns to really pick up later tonight as people are heading out of town after work or the end of the school day for those students that do have to go to school half a day today. Now, leaving early this morning, like right now, or waiting until after 8 o'clock this evening could really help drivers avoid some of those biggest delays. And if it's possible, waiting to leave until tomorrow morning could save you even more time, as the majority of travelers will be hitting the roads today.
We do expect heavy congestion on the interstates, and of course our traffic operations center here will be keeping eyes on the road, trying to provide information to the public through our 511 system and on those message boards so we can help inform drivers so they can make better decisions and hopefully reduce some of their delays.
So it's really important to keep an eye on those flashing signs along the highways, as VDOT crews will be updating those with important travel information throughout the weekend. Now, this morning, things moving steadily. We're not seeing any major backups right now, really across the region, which is definitely some good news. But keep in mind, 581 is the most heavily traveled highway west of Richmond. So throughout the weekend, we could really see the traffic picking up here, things moving slower than normal. So you will want to give yourself plenty of extra time, especially if you have plans to leave this afternoon or early evening. Jenna and Patrick.
And Erin, I'm sure a lot of folks looking ahead to Thursday night and Friday are relieved to see that construction is starting to wrap up on a big part of that Valley View interchange as well for the shoppers.
Yeah, definitely going to have a big impact there. Lots of good news for those Black Friday shoppers. Getting that reopened, that diverging diamond open, will help keep things moving smoothly there. We drove through this morning. All of those lane closures have been lifted. So 581, 3 lanes all the way through there. Those construction zones like that have been lifted across the state as well. So good news if you are heading out starting at noon today. Those construction areas will be lifted to help traffic continue to move smoothly.
And
When's the last
Sunday,
time you saw 3 open lanes on 581? 581.
Sunday, if you're coming back, another busy travel period, too.
Yes, absolutely. Sunday is going to be very busy. That's going to be the busiest time, especially on I-81 between the New River Valley and Roanoke. So you'll want to give yourself lots of extra time. Or same as today, leave early in the morning, late in the evening on Sunday if you are planning to head back then.
All right, Eric, are joining us live from Roanoke near Interstate 581 with more on what things are looking like there this morning. Eric, good morning to you.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, while many people are packing up, getting ready for their Thanksgiving travel plans this weekend, some are getting a jump start out on the road here on 581. We're seeing a mix of people heading off to work, also traveling ahead of the holidays. So we are seeing more traffic than normal, not having a huge impact on the roads, but could lead to some slight delays as you head out to work this morning. Now, today is expected to be the busiest travel day in the past 10 years or more, the Thanksgiving travel day, with nearly 49 million people traveling 50 miles or further from home. 3.6 million people are expected to fly this weekend. And as we saw earlier, we could see some delays at the airport. Fortunately, Roanoke Regional not seeing a lot of delays at this point. Those big delays expected to come on Sunday. Now, however, 90% of people who are traveling for Thanksgiving will be driving to their destinations. I checked in at the VDOT Operations Center, and they say they're prepared for the busy roads this weekend. They'll have extra safety patrol vehicles out on the road, and they're also going to be lifting lane closures today beginning at noon to safely keep things moving smoothly all weekend long.
We are able to remove those temporary lane closures and scheduled work, but some of those long-term lane closures have to stay in place. Fortunately, in our area, one of our long-term lane closures has just come out, and we've opened the new diverging diamond interchange at Valley View Boulevard.
That's a change that will not only help with traffic today and as people are heading home on Sunday evening, but will also play a big role in Black Friday, of course, as people are heading out to the mall Thursday night, early Friday morning to get those Black Friday deals. Things will be moving a lot smoother over in the Best Buy Target area near that newly reopened interchange. So definitely some good news there. Hopefully keeping things moving smoothly all weekend long, Jenna and Patrick.
And so, Aaron, there are some key congestion times that people really need to be aware of if they want to try and avoid the biggest headaches on the road.
Yeah, there are some key congestion times. It's the times that people typically leave. So today after work, starting at around 2, 3 o'clock for those people that are leaving early, really until about...
Oh,
this
looks
evening.
like we lost her. Yes, until this evening. So
and
if
then
you want
Sunday will be another one.
Avoid that, you can head out early tomorrow to get over to your destination. But Christina.